Hello and welcome to Decoding Sustainability Accreditations, brought to you by myself, Grace Greensit, founder of GSI, and Sarah Duncan, founder of Sleeping Lion. Today we are joined by Laila Biondani, country manager for the UK and Ireland and Iceland at Vireo. Laila, welcome.
Hi, welcome. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Oh, it's so lovely to see you. We're going to kind of dive straight in, and to start off with, I'd love to ask you just to tell us a little bit about yourself and your role at Vireo. And I always get that pronunciation a little bit wrong, but please do tell us a little bit more.
Sure. I've been working in the tourism industry for 25 years with extensive experience in hotel and contract purchasing. I qualified as a GSTC auditor, and in May 2024, I founded Planetica and launched Vireo's UK office in London, specifically to support UK, Irish, and Icelandic market with the GSTC certification.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. And, in your own words, can you tell us what Vireo and its connection to GSTC, what does that mean, and what does it mean to be certified by yourselves?
Sure. GSTC stands for the Global Sustainable Tourism Council and is an independent, not-for-profit organization established in 2007 by the World Tourism Organization and the United Nations Foundations, among others. And the aim of GSTC is that sustainable good practices are adopted and implemented throughout the tourism industry. GSTC certification is awarded through accredited certification bodies, and Vireo is one of those since 2018. We are proud to be the world's leading GSTC certifier by number of certification issued, and we've operated in 19 countries, certifying everything from international hotel chains to privately owned and family-run businesses. And Vireo is also the only GSTC accredited body that can issue certifications for both accommodations and destinations. What it makes GSTC certification unique is that it's the only tourism-specific certification awarded through an accredited process. And this ensures the highest level of credibility and impartiality to the certification. This also makes it fully compliant with the EU Green Claim Directive. In the hospitality sector, the term certification is often used far too loosely. And there's a common misconception that third-party certification is a synonym for accredited third-party certification. But there's a fundamental difference between the two. Accreditation means that the certifier itself has been independently assessed and approved to ensure it meets strict international standards, bringing a much higher level of trust and credibility to the certification. This assessment is typically conducted by the national certification body, which for UK, for instance, is UCAS. So in a nutshell, the accreditation is an external review process that confirms that a certification body is competent, neutral, and impartial when it's issued its certifications. For those who are not familiar with the European Green Claim Directive, is a new legislative requirement that aims to tackle greenwashing and protect the consumers and the environment. The key element of the directive is that any environmental claim made in the European Union must be independently verified. And this is done through a third-party audit carried out by an accredited certification body like Vireo and all the GSTC schemes requires.
Interesting. Okay, that's it's fascinating, isn't it? Because it's kind of like you've got the body certifying, but then you've got an extra layer of due diligence of ensuring that the people certifying are being certified themselves.
Exactly. So as a certification body, we undergo annual audits by the national certification body. And this is a really thorough audit, I can assure you.
Yeah, that's fascinating. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
And can you tell us a little bit more about how you break down your criteria? So how it's kind of split between the E, the S and the G, the environmental, the social and the governance?
Sure. GSTC analyzes 42 criteria, which are fully aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And those criteria are arranged in 4 main pillars that focus on the different aspects, on the key aspects of sustainability. So the first pillar is sustainable management, which focus on demonstrating an effective management system and policies and practices applied by the company. So, for instance, we check that the organization has implemented a long-term sustainability management system that addresses environmental, social, cultural, economic, health and safety aspects. We verify the legal compliance, that the sustainability actions and policies are reported and communicated to the stakeholders, staff engagement, customer experience is assessed, and accurate promotion. Second pillar is the social economic impact. And this focus on the organization, how the organization is maximizing the benefits to the local communities, economies, while minimizing the negative impacts. So we assess how the organization supports the local communities, local employment, local entrepreneurs, local purchasing. If the organization is promoting decent work conditions, like a safe working place, fair wages, labor rights are respected, if regular training is offered to the staff, and also if equal opportunities are offered to local people, just to mention a few. Then the third pillar regards the cultural impacts, and again focuses on maximizing the preservation and promotion of local culture and heritage. In this pillar, we take into consideration the promotion and protection of cultural heritage, the respect of local traditions and customs, cultural interaction and engagement with local communities. And then we have the fourth pillar, which deals with the environmental impacts and aims to minimizing tourism negative environmental effects and promoting eco-friendly practices at the same time. This includes energy usage, waste management, recycling system, water conservation, reduction of greenhouse gas emissions, biodiversity protection.
Thank you so much for sharing. That's great to hear. And am I right that criteria is being brought down or informed, should I say, by GSTC, or is that a criteria that you've created yourselves at Vireo?
No, absolutely. It's just GSTC standard.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you for confirming. And how do you actually measure that environmental and social impact? What sort of evidence and proof points are you looking for?
So for each of the 42 criteria, there is a list of detailed performance indicators that the auditors use to assess the compliance. And you can download the full GSTC criteria manual with the performance indicators from the GSTC website at www.gstc.org. To give you an example, under the environmental pillar, one of the criteria focuses on solid waste management. So in this criteria, we assess that waste is monitored and measured by type, that the amount of waste produced per tourist at night is again measured. We check what recycling system is in place. We check contracts with the waste disposal providers. We analyze the reduction goals that the organization has in place for the future. If they give guidance to customers and staff to minimize the amount of waste. So each criteria has got very detailed and complete indicators. For social impact, for instance, one of the criteria is equal opportunity. And here we assess the organization efforts in identifying groups at risk of discrimination, what proportion of employees are drawn from each of these groups, if career advancement opportunities are offered without discrimination.
And Laila, on that, can you just tell us a little bit more about the actual auditing process?
Sure. The auditing process is an on-site assessment, which is carried out by GSTC accredited certification body like Vireo, and it lasts between 1.5 to 2 days, according to the size of the property, during which the auditors visit the premises to observe operations, to review documentations, and to collect evidence, such as the utility bills, staff training records, payslip, supplier receipt. And we also carried out staff interviews at all levels to ensure that the GSTC criteria are met. After the audit, the findings are reviewed, and if the property meets the required criteria, certification is granted. If there are any gaps, a precondition is issued, and the hotel has 6 months to apply the corrective actions required. The certification cycle is 3 years. So in the first year, there's a main assessment. And then on second and third years, there's a surveillance audits, which are conducted to check if the property maintains these sustainability practices and makes the necessary improvements. At the end of the 3-year cycle, the full certification process is repeated again.
Yeah, no, that's great and really interesting and incredibly thorough.
It's very thorough.
Yeah, and that's what I guess is what sets it apart. But I won't say that. I'm going to ask you the question that we ask everybody, which is, in this crowded marketplace of certifications, what would you say in one sentence, if possible, is your real USP?
I'm sure it's GSTC is the only tour-specific certification that is awarded through a third-party assessment conducted by an accredited certification body, as I said earlier, and this makes it fully compliant with the EU Green Claim Directive and also set us apart from all the other tour-specific certifications.
Brilliant. Very and very succinct. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much. And if anybody does want more information, obviously we've kind of had a few minutes to go into some serious detail, and there's a lot more behind it. So where can people find out more?
Sure. Can contact me on LinkedIn at Laila Biondani, or visiting Vireo website at www.vireosrl.it. And I'm happy to continue the conversation and go into more details.
Brilliant. Laila, thank you so much. That was really fascinating. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
It's lovely to chat.
For inviting me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.